Two figures you may have heard of are Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X. Marcus Garvey was a prominent figure in black history. He stood up for black people to stand on their own too, to be self-sufficient, to have their own businesses, to have their own empires, to make their own name without having to rely on anyone. But what were his beginnings? Marcus Garvey had a really strict dad, and his dad, one of his jobs was something like digging graves. And one day he took a young Marcus Garvey to dig the grave with him, and he told Marcus Garvey to get in. Marcus Garvey, trusting his dad, got into the grave. Dad just walked off and left. Night came, Dad didn't come back. It's said that in the pit, Marcus Garvey learned he could rely on no one but himself. He had to figure his own way out. I don't know how he got out the grave, but that had such a profound effect on him. When you listen to his message, it was all about black people's self-sufficiency, that they shouldn't rely on anyone but themselves. Malcolm X, before he was known as Malcolm X, he was a gangster known as Detroit Red. He had a wild life, terrible circumstances of upbringing, and he finally ends up in prison, where he's actually known as either the devil or Satan, one of the two. But when you read his biography, he says, "It was in prison I learned. Reading had changed the course of my life forever." So it's from prison that he went on to become the person we know that stood up for people's rights. And the reason why I think those two stories are important are, if you find yourself in the pit of despair, that might be time to shut up and listen, because that just might be where you find yourself.